Today, you're going to learn the phrasal verb carry out. Hi, I'm Jeff, and this is Plain English, episode number 884. It's Thursday, so that means we have an English expression to talk about. Today, we'll do carry out. We use this in a story about Billy Graham, an influential minister. Billy Graham was famous. He also had ambitions for the world to spread his message and his mission. So he formed a nonprofit organization to carry out his work. He couldn't do everything himself, so he formed a nonprofit to carry out his work. That's how we used it on an early episode of Plain English. So let's revisit the second half of that episode, and that's when you'll learn how to use this phrasal verb, carry out. Before we start today's story, I'd just like to remind you that the podcast is just one part of how we can help you upgrade your English skills. At plainenglish.com, you can make faster progress with active learning strategies. You can take quizzes, do activities, listen to the fast version of the audio, watch video workshops, practice what you learn, and even join a live call with JR and me. It's all about helping you build your skills to become a better, more confident English speaker. Sound good? Go to plainenglish.com to start your free 14-day trial today. Now, let's jump into today's story. The word we're going to focus on today is carry out. Here's how you first heard it earlier in the program. Billy Graham formed the nonprofit Billy Graham Evangelistic Association to carry out his work. Carry out simply means to do a particular piece of work or to put it into operation. Billy Graham wanted to reach as many people as possible, so he needed an organization to help him fulfill his mission, to help him carry out his work. You want to use carry out when you've got a plan or a vision, but you need to make that plan or vision a reality. You can say you want to carry out a plan, carry out a vision, carry out a person's wishes or desires, or even carry out instructions. That one means to follow instructions. You might tell your kids you want your instructions carried out precisely. That means you want your kids to do exactly what you say. Here are a few other examples. The president of a company has a vision for a new product, and he has a plan to create it. Now, he just needs his top managers to carry out his plan. That means the president had the idea, but the managers need to make that idea a reality. They are the ones who need to carry out the company president's plans. You may have heard the news that Xi Jinping, the president of China, may be allowed to have more than 2 terms as China's leader. Some people were saying he needs more than 2 terms to carry out his ambitious plans. We'll talk more about that example on Monday. Here's one more. Billy Graham's wishes to be buried in North Carolina at his library will be carried out tomorrow, March 2nd. I think you get the idea now. Carry out is all about making a wish, a desire, or a plan into a reality. That's it for today's episode. Thanks for listening to Plain English. We'll have new episodes every Monday and Thursday. If you're listening on Spotify, click follow. If you're in Apple Podcasts or another podcast app, don't forget to click subscribe, and you'll get the new episodes in your podcast library as soon as they come out. Thanks again for listening, and we'll be back with another episode on Monday. That's a short one, but easy to understand. Carry out. Remember, every Monday we have a story about current events and trending topics. Every Thursday is an English expression from the archives. This was episode 884, so you can find the transcript at plainenglish.com/884. See you on Monday. Listen up if you speak Spanish, Portuguese, Chinese, German, French, Italian, Japanese, Polish, or Turkish. One of the most frustrating things about listening and reading in a second language is being confused by unfamiliar words or phrases. When you listen to plain English, or when you read the transcript, you probably encounter some words you don't know. When that happens, you have a few options. You can stop the audio, go look up the definition, then return to the episode, find your place, and press play again, but that's exhausting. Or you can just skip it and be confused. That's no fun either. But what if you could see the translation of the word into your language instantly without having to stop the audio, without having to look anything up? Well, you can at plainenglish.com. For each episode, we translate about 100 words and phrases from English to 9 languages: Spanish, Portuguese, Chinese, German, French, Italian, Japanese, Polish, and Turkish. And we highlight those words in blue. All you have to do is hover your mouse over the highlighted word, and you'll see the translation instantly. It works great on mobile too. It really makes listening a lot more satisfying, and it's a great way to expand your vocabulary in English. The best way to see these translations is to sign up for a free 14-day trial at plainenglish.com. During your trial, you can read as many transcripts as you like, all with the translations into your language. So sign up for your free trial today at plainenglish.com.